All right, class, so welcome to week two. Here in week two, this is going to be pretty straightforward. What we're going to do is we're going to jump in head first. We're going to start writing our grant. And I only want you to write 2 pages this week. All right? So page 1, cover letter. Page 2, abstract, otherwise known as an executive summary. I will tell you, not everywhere in life are abstract and executive summary sort of interchangeable synonyms, but in the grant world they are. So some grants will call for an abstract, some grants will call for an executive summary, 6 in one, half dozen in the other. Tell me basically what it is you want to do, the sort of outline, elevator pitch of your idea, and just bang it out in a page. What's that for? It's really for the first cut, for very busy people to read one page and go, do I want to dig deeper into this or not? These have to be the persuasive part. More than maybe the rest of the grant, more than any other page, these 2 pages have to be the ones that sort of pull them in and they have to do a couple of things. You have to persuade the reader, your program officer, the panel, whomever it is deciding whether or not you get funding, that 1, the organization here doing the work is an appropriate organization to do the work. 2, that the personnel assigned to it are sufficiently qualified to handle that kind of work. And 3, that the project itself is something that they can do. That they have the knowledge, skills, and capabilities to pull this type of project off, whatever the project is. So you're selling the project, but you're selling yourself. And what you're going to have to do for this class, what makes this class a little bit different, is you're going to have to, if you don't already have a position with state or local government or in academia or in the nonprofit world, you're going to have to make one up. And if you already have a position, feel free to make up a different one. That's fine. If you'd like to use your current position just for the purposes of this, that's fine too. However you want to cut it, you're allowed to cut it. But I want you to imagine yourself working somewhere. I want you to imagine your title. I want you to imagine your expertise. And you're going to have to, convince me and convince your peers. You'll do a peer review in week 6 that you are the right organization to do this type of project and that you are the right person and that you have the right knowledge, skills, and capabilities to pull it off. So it's a little bit salesmanship. But the biggest thing you're going to do this week, I think the most important thing you're going to do this week is you're going to have to do the make-believe. Make up what the organization is you'll work at. It can be a real one. It can be one that doesn't exist. It might be easier if you pick, something you could imagine yourself working on that's real because then there's facts. But you can make it up. It's absolutely fine. But make it feel real, okay? So your discussion questions this week are going to all be about how to get yourself thinking, what organization will I be representing? What kind of organization is it? Is it government? Is it nonprofit? Is it quasi-public? What type of thing is it? Where does this organization operate? Is it geographically bound? Is it demographically bound? All of these type of questions I'm going to have you start answering so that you can imagine what this organization looks like. Now, look, if you want to say, I'm going to imagine I'm working for the State of Rhode Island Department of Transportation, that's fine. If you're going to say, I'm going to imagine I'm working for the University of Rhode Island as a professor, fine. If you want to say, I'm going to imagine I'm working for the Boys and Girls Club as the executive director of the Rhode Island chapter, fine. It could be YMCA. It could be anything you want. I just want you to pick an organization and imagine yourself working there and give yourself a title within it and spell out where that organization is and what it does. So if you can do that and then write a cover letter and then come up with a general idea of a project you want to do, you'll be fine. You'll get these 2 pages written and the week will go smooth. Don't be afraid to start out with this executive summary and realize when you get further in week 4, week 5, that you want to go back and edit it. You'll be allowed to before the end. But get it on paper now. All right? This is where we jump in. So if you get that done this week, you have done well. And I hope that you have a pretty good time working with your imagination for a change. I will talk to you again for week 3.